Austin Peay head coach Scotty Walden. The Govs did not play last week. They had played the 2 weeks prior. The last time out, he won his first game as the Governor's coach against Tennessee State in that driving rainstorm. This week, they will be at Southeast Missouri. So, Coach, just some thoughts for overall in those first 2 weeks and coming off your open date.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having us back. We're excited to get back on the grass this week. And, we had what we call Opportunity Week last week, which was, a big time week for us to get better and correct some mistakes we made those first two games. Starting out with our defense, special teams units, I think our coaching staff and our players did a great job of addressing some things that we needed to really clean up in our special teams phases. And from punt block return and kickoff return, we addressed those core units and we're really intentional about the plays we were repping and intentional about the drills we were doing and making sure we kind of slowed it down and got that taught up. And so I was really pleased with the way our players came to work during this past week to get better, and that's why we call it Opportunity Week. It was an opportunity for us to get better, opportunity to get healthier. Heck, it was an opportunity for our guys to get ahead in the classroom and to take advantage of a little extra time off. And so that was really good. Obviously, we're way past the Tennessee State game, and we moved on from that. And towards the end of the week, we got some work on SEMO, and obviously paid attention to their game this weekend. And we're getting ready to play a really good football team in Cape Girardeau, and we're excited for the challenge and excited to get up there and go play.
You've moved past that TSU game, but real quick, just how important was it to get a win and just say, hey, we've established this, we have a win, we're moving on to the rest of our schedule?
It was really important. It's a great question. It was really important for this reason, the way that we won. And I mean it like this: from week one, where we had so many self-inflicted wounds and so many things that we killed ourselves against Tennessee Tech, and to see that maturation and to see that, things going in the correct way from all sides of the ball, and eliminate the penalties, eliminate. I know we still had, a bad punt. We had a punt blocked, and I know we still fumbled on offense. But to negate, all of the special teams miscues, we didn't muff a kick, we didn't fumble a kickoff return. We were a lot cleaner in that second game, and to see and to be able to show our players that if we will play cleaner football, less penalties, we cut our penalties in half, and turnovers, and just playing cleaner and executing at a higher level, that the fruits of that are we're going to win games. And so for the reasoning of that and then seeing the result of us winning, I think it was a big teaching moment for our guys going from Tennessee Tech to Tennessee State. And so that's why I think it was very, very important.
Brian Snead probably had the quarter of anybody's career what he did, but talk about how the offensive line gave him those holes and how you've been pleased with them so far.
I don't know that I could be more pleased with the group on our team. We had a couple of COVID issues that week. And, there was a point in time in practice where those guys took 62 reps in a team. And there was one practice, we charted it. Those starting five linemen took 62 reps. And that was because of other things we were doing in practice. We had to use some of our other linemen to go do some stuff with the defense. And we were moving back and forth. And for those guys to take that many reps in a single practice and then to go out in a game and to play as physical as they did and to establish the run like they did, I could not be more proud of them. I think all five of those guys up front are warriors. I think Coach Cochran has done an amazing job with those guys from a technique standpoint, but more important than all that, those guys are warriors. And then Brian Snead, that's what I love about that young man. The first thing out of his mouth is, I couldn't do it without my O-line. And he's right. Those O-linemen paid those holes. He did a great job seeing the cut. And then once he got to the second level, he just went and became the great running back that he is. So, really, really fortunate to have some warriors up front on that offensive line.
And then look defensively, Jack McDonald is somebody who's been new to you, obviously, as the coach, but he's been around for a while, a veteran who made some plays. Cordell Jackson, another person that interception and 5 tackles in that game.
Yeah, our defense, Kyle, our defense is unbelievable. We are very, very fortunate to have great depth over there and have some great, not only great players, but great people. And Jack McDonald is one of those guys. He's one of the first guys I called when I got this job. And when I got him on the phone for the first 30 seconds, I was like, man, this dude is OKG. He's our kind of guy. I could tell from the get-go. And to hear his story, is amazing, from going to be a walk-on to now being an all-conference All-American type player. And he brings it day in and day out. He leads that defense and does it. Him and Cordell do an amazing job. And you just always feel like that we're going to be in the right position to make the plays because Jack is doing the checks. He makes all the calls. And then Cordell is right there in the back end doing essentially the same thing. And then we've got great players around them as well. And so those guys are unbelievable leaders as well as players.
We'll do one more and let you go on to your next thing. But you mentioned SEMO, just a little bit more about them. They like to obviously run the ball. They have 2 running backs, and some of the other coaches are, you said, hard nosed and that kind of mentality. What have you seen from them on that film?
I see everything that people have told me about SEMO, and I give their coaching staff a ton of credit. They are extremely physical. They're extremely aggressive. They have, I think on offense, we're going to have to play from our defensive perspective. They're talking about their offense. We're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they've got 2 really good backs, but then they'll lull you to sleep and they will throw the ball downfield. They've got some good receivers and they do a good job with screening goes, doing some things with some eye candy that are going to try to make you get your eyes in the wrong spot and throw a shot. But they're really, really good and physical up front. I think their offensive line is massive and they do a great job at the point of attack. And then defensively, they're built to stop the run. They are built to stop the run. They're a bear defense. They're hardcore in the inside gaps. They do a great job of that. And then in the back end, they are opportunistic. They will jump underneath routes. They've got several interceptions this year, but they're a very physical team. They play physical on special teams. They play physical on offense and defense. And so it is going to be a 4-quarter war, and it's going to be a great challenge for our football program. And we're really excited to get to Cape Girardeau and get an opportunity.
Coach, thanks for joining us today. Best of luck Sunday. We'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Let's go, Peay. Appreciate it.